Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for Figma Kirito. This is from the Gangel Online version and part of Sword Arts Online too, which is kind of weird since, well, they have the Sword Arts Online, then they have the Alfheim or ALO, and they have this. So seems like it's like a third arc, but maybe they have two arcs in one season. Who knows? But yeah, very interesting. And this is the version where Kirito disguises as a girl to hide his identity against the killer. Yep. And Gangel Online is basically an online or a virtual MMORPG where they use guns as opposed to swords. Yep. And obviously, as you can see here, Kirito chooses a sword, or more like a beam saber or a lightsaber, as his personal weapon. And this is the box art. Has a purple color scheme to it. And that's about it. Let's take a look inside. Alright, we got Kirito here, and just to avoid all the confusion and everything, I'm gonna refer to Kirito on this review as her, since she well, she is portrayed as a girl. Yeah, let's go with that. She looks amazing, as expected for Figmas. Really nice details. I do like this coat here, matte finish. The hair looks nice. Overall, it looks great. Really amazing work they do with Figmas. And just to kind of give an idea how she is with his counterpart. And she's slightly shorter. Well, she's now a girl. Yep. And has a lighter complexion. Yep. But it kind of has this still the same style, although she has this chest plate now, kind of reminds me of Asuna. Yep. Kind of like a Kirito's sister. Yeah, who knows? Or maybe Kirito and Asuna had a kid in the future. It might look like her. Who knows? Right, and yeah, this looks great. And let's go over articulation. Although I'm starting to think now maybe I should change my reviews a little bit. Save articulation for last. I'm not sure how people are with articulation, but I always think that articulation is a good reference later on. But yeah, let's get it out of the way. So we have the neck here. Yeah, I kind of find this a little too long. But the hair doesn't really get in the way, and the hair is, or this longer part is jointed. It's really nice. And again, it doesn't get in the way, which is great. You do have alternate faces. You have the Kirito open mouth for shouting, and it's shifted towards her left. Nice. And this one, she has that what's that term? Either shocked or she's on that oh, I forgot the term for that. Yeah, that uneasy feeling, basically. And that's it. You only get two faces, unfortunately. Why don't we swap it out? And I did try this. You can use Kirito's face from the Sword Arts and swap it here. It's almost the same. Although, actually, yeah. But the problem is this piece of the hair here, kind of like the sideburns. Yeah, it's going to be a little off. So let's use this one for now. You got that weird look on his face. And moving on, we got the shoulder here, and they have that kind of slits for the shoulder area, which makes it flexible. You can rotate it, not problem. And the shoulder here on the back, yeah, quite nice. And this is what I like. Simple back like this. I hate it when they kind of super emphasize on that shoulder blade on the other Figmas. So this is not too bad. Elbow bend with that new elbow joint. There is no forearm rotation, but you have the wrist here. And you do have a spare Figma wrist joint. And you got a couple of hands. You have the open hand. I think this is for the gun. Not quite sure what this. I have to look at what you're using this for. Or actually, yeah, I'm not too sure what's that for. Then you have a pair for holding the sword. Which light sword. Yep. I'll look that up in a bit. And also there is a part swapping gimmick where you can take this out. I might as well put this one here. And you get a more dynamic hair pose right here. There we go. Yeah, it's actually, I like this one more. Moving on, we have the waist, or actually torso area here. This one, it's attached on top here. Yep. There is no waist joint, so it's just this, the mid torso. Then you have the legs, and this part here of the coat, there's a joint on the back which allows you to move on the back here. And I think you gotta play around with that joint, but you can spread it out just a little, not so much. Yep. And I think you can rotate this too, just a little bit. You got a joint there to play around with. Then you have the knee here. And I think I'm seeing a little bit of a gap there. I think that's where it connects to. Yeah, just have to push it in a little bit more. Yeah, it's kind of weird gap there. It's kind of like a little defect. And I'm hoping I didn't get both left feet or left segment. It doesn't seem like so. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Actually, let me double check that. Maybe I did get a little defect. Alright, I double checked it, and it's good to have an assurance that there's an L there for the left leg. There we go. Alright, it's time to put this back. Yeah, I'm not quite sure about that little gap there. Maybe it's just me. I checked even the upper thigh. It's in proportion to the right side. So, yeah, it's just the way it was molded. This piece here could have been longer, but it's not a separate one. Weird. So you get the knee. I think I already went over that. There's a little bit of movement there over here. Then you get the ankle joint. And there is no toe joint. And it kind of sucks. There's nothing on the sole. It's just flat. It would be cool if there's some kind of a, you know, ridges or something, but nothing. Yeah, well, anyways. Moving on, effects. Alright, so why don't we go with the sword? Swap this out. And I popped it up from the other side, which I wasn't. Sometimes it's kind of hard to pop this out. There we go. And I put this on there. Oh, jeez. Come on. See, it's one of those when you do a review and you're doing it for the first time. I should have. But the thing is, it's a common thing for Figma. I'm quite familiar with Figmas now that I don't have to kind of do like a transformation first, try it out. But it probably helps breaking in the joint for the review, but that's another thing. Alright, so we got it in there. Now the handle is right here, and they have a weird way of putting this on. There's a little contraption there, so it's basically a little thing that when you put this on, you gotta be really careful. It's probably one of the things that will break off. So just gotta wiggle it in there, and that's how it's connected. Yeah. Alright, so actually, a little mark there. Just looking here, I kind of forgot. Yep. Sorry about the being blurred. Let's zoom out. I was just checking the box and make sure that he does wield. I mean she. I'm confusing myself. She does wield the sword with his right hand, and I wield the gun with his left. Right, so you get two effect parts. The first one is just a regular beam here, and I just noticed that actually I think this goes one way. Gotta find the flat part there. Yep. And this is pinkish, kind of like purple. And I noticed why the box is purple, because her color scheme, she has purple eyes, or kind of like magenta, even the belt here. I just realized that. Yeah, here we go. Otherwise, actually, let's swap this one too, and bear with me. So let's try this one. See, I think, yeah, there we go. I was wondering when you get this out of the package, the one for the sword, it's on a separate part of the wrapper. It's not inside here, and I think that's one of the problems where, yeah, the peg connection is a little too stiff. You gotta break it in. So yeah, this is a cool pose for her. Otherwise, you can swap this out. Pop this out here. There is another effect part, which is for the action pose. Now, I think from the previous one, they've incorporated where you slip it into the sword. But this one, it's a whole new thing since it's a lightsaber. And this is really thin, which is great. I think the other effect parts, it's really thick, and it suffers from being too heavy. So yeah, this actually works out really well. And trying to find that flat part again, and I'm hoping, oh, there we go. Yeah, she can hold this without much problem. It doesn't weigh down, so that's good. Although I'm not sure if I want to keep it on this. I mean, it is nice. It's a nice gradient, as you can see there. Yeah, really cool. I like this. Alright, so let's just swap it out. I still like the other one. I think just fling. Alright, so I'll put this back on. And something tells me they did that. They didn't make it just a circular peg connection. That way that thing doesn't slide, which might be a good thing. Anyways, moving on. Let's swap this out with the trigger finger, which is right here. I'm still trying to figure out what this is for. Oh, it's possibly when she's using this to support her left hand when she's firing. So we might use that in a bit. So see how that looks. Right, and the gun is actually holstered on the back here. So let's see if she can actually, yep, she can reach on it. And I really like this holster. It's nice. It doesn't have the strap. You don't need it. But you get this nice pistol. I'm not too familiar what kind of pistol this is. It does have a little bit of paint there for the sliding. What is that part of the gun? It's where the bullet comes out, or the shell, the ejection part. And there you go, quite nice. And you do have an effect part. Yes, effect part. So this orange piece goes in there, and there's a little tab on top, which is for the sight. I'm guessing that's for that. Then you, yeah, there you go. That's a nice effect. So it's cool that they gave you two effect parts for this, one for each weapon. Yeah, this is really great. I'm really liking this figure so far. And hasn't had much problem as the first Kirito. The first one, the problem with it is the sword handles, the things on the back that kind of scrapes up the paint. And yeah, this is great. I'm liking it so far. Really nice. Alright, and this one does come with a Figma base as always. And let me just sort of repost them along with the first Kirito. And there we go. That pretty much wraps up the review for Kirito, the GGO Online version. I have to say, this is really nice. I'm really impressed of how they've made this one. I actually like this a lot more than the normal Kirito, although the Alfheim version, I think it's coming out soon. And I cannot wait for that. I like that version as well. Alright, that's about it for the review. If you have any questions, let me know. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.